All right, Ms. Wilshire, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. I see that you're also charged with failure to comply with the duty and striking an unattended vehicle as well. You're also facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine on that one as well. Okay.
On October 31st of 2024, officers received a call for service regarding an intoxicated female driving a white BMW that hit several vehicles on a public roadway. Upon arrival, officer made contact with the wheel witness, who advised that the defendant hit a Subaru on the 11700 block of Idlebrook in Harris County, Texas. Officers searched the license plate on the defendant's vehicle and it went to the registered owner's address. Upon arriving at the residence, officer observed a white BMW matching the description and noticed fresh damage on the front passenger side of the vehicle. Officer made contact with the defendant's wife, who stated the last person operating the motor vehicle was the defendant. Upon contact with the defendant, she admitted to hitting a vehicle. HGN was attempted, but the defendant was unable to follow simple directions and the officer was unable to get accurate results, and the defendant refused other SFSTs. DICs were read but refused and a blood warrant was signed and executed. Officers made contact with the complainant, the owner of the hit motor vehicle, whose back bumper has been scratched and detached from the car as a result of the collision. No prior criminal history, judge, and eligible driver's license.
How do you know it was her that was driving?
The license plate matched the one that
Yeah, I understand. Do we have anyone that puts her in the car driving?
the witness, judge,
Actually sees it's her?
no, but the witness sees the license plate and gets a description of the vehicle, and when officers searched the license plate, it went to their address.
I know it's her car, but do
Yes.
you have anyone that identifies her as a driver? Number one, they get her at the house. How do we know she's not consuming alcohol right when she gets to the house? She doesn't become DWI, or she's not drinking at the house. There's a lot of issues. Yeah,
You might give me a couple moments and we'll
Take your time.
Look at that.
you want to come back a little bit later? You want like 10 minutes?
Even less, Judge. I'm just going to check the offense report and see what I
Okay,
got.
yeah.
5 is okay. Thank you, Judge.
You've got A, you've got C, but you don't have B yet.
Yes,
you know?
judge, no, we understand.
So I have several issues with this, Michael. First off, how do you prove it was her driving? Number one. Number two, how do we know she was DWI at the time she was driving and not she gets home and she just starts getting loaded?
Yes, Judge. I have answers to both of those questions for you.
Okay.
So the defendant driving the vehicle strikes somebody on the highway. I'll connect that later on. They find the license plate because the witnesses, I give them the license plate. They run it. The registered owner of the vehicle is the defendant. They go to her house. Her wife answers the door. Her wife states the defendant's the last person that drove the vehicle. Okay. The defendant was contacted. She admits to driving the vehicle and striking somebody on the highway.
Okay,
And she admits, I'm sorry, she first admits that she was driving and drinking, but she did not admit to striking somebody on the highway. Later on, when she gets to JPC, she admits, okay, I was drinking, but I didn't strike somebody on the highway. So she has multiple inconsistent statements. First, she says, yes, I struck somebody, but I wasn't drinking. Then she goes to JPC and then she says, right before they do the blood draw, because she declines the breath test and they say, okay, we're going to get a warrant. We're going to get your blood anyways and know your alcohol content. She says, okay, well, I was drinking, but I didn't strike somebody on the highway. And I wasn't driving.
okay.
But the witness identifies.
The failure, right, to the FSGI,
She admits to drinking, Judge, while driving.
that in and of itself is not sufficient. You know, at the time, we don't know, does she have bloodshot eyes, slurred speech? Do we know? All we have is just one admission of drinking. That's it.
So one of the witnesses, Judge, that observed her strike the vehicle, because they did observe her in the vehicle after the strike before she left. She states in a voluntary statement, older white lady in BMW, acting crazy, rear ends a Subaru, got out of the car, slurring her speech, barefoot, stating she was
That's
trying to
different.
get
You
home.
give me any indication that she
Yes, Judge.
leads you to
Yes, Judge.
just to believe that she's intoxicated, that you have objective facts That's something else.
The written statement in the offense report, Judge, from a witness.
Counsel, did you want to state anything?
Number one, Judge.
Did you want to say anything?
No, Judge, I mean, I just agree with you. I think it's hard, again, put her behind the vehicle. They say they have a witness. The witness never really ID'd her, gave her just kind of a description, but didn't really ID and say, the officer never brought her to the scene. That's the person or anything like that.
Two different admissions, though. That's how we connect that, right? And then my other concern was whether she was intoxicated, right? Because we have a disconnect there, but we have witnesses that see her in a certain way that will lead us to believe as to why. So, all right.
She's going to dispute that she admitted.
Sure.
Judge, but still, I understand.
This is just a mere probable cause hearing, right? Just to determine whether there's enough to go forward. It by no means does it mean that you're guilty, just enough to go forward. Is it enough to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? Perhaps not. Perhaps, I don't know. Evidence will point to whose side is correct, because I wasn't there. Mr. Carrabba wasn't there. Michael wasn't there. But evidence will lead us to believe. I mean, there should be videos, dash cam, videos of you on the night in question, and all that will tell us whose side is correct. It will take a while, but in the interim, don't consume alcohol. Don't use illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you like crazy. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes.
Michael, do you see any prior DWIs?
Checking now, Judge.
Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Yes.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your
Yes.
name? Okay. As long as you have both, you can continue to drive. But like I said, no alcohol, no illegal drugs.
She's got no criminal history, Judge, and her
Okay.
driver's license is currently eligible.
All right. So for now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, we will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel, and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. So don't pick up any new cases. Don't use. Stay in touch with counsel, and we're good. Give me questions. All right. We'll have you sign a wreath of Victoria. We'll have you get with pretrial, and then you're free to go after that.
If I may say one thing, I like your jacket.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You are a licensed truck driver and have a CDL. You allegedly have alcohol in the car. You are held to a higher standard because you have a CDL. In fact, your breath tests are even lower than what a normal person is.
So let me break this down. Breath test says 0 alcohol, but the physical signs scream cannabis. Red eyes, failed field sobriety, marijuana in plain sight, and no driver's license. This is exactly how drug-related DWI cases get built. Not with one thing, but with a pile of small red flags stacking up.
Am I supposed to feel bad? Until I truly know that you appreciate the fact that the awesome privilege it is to be able to drive. I'm sorry. Show me that you understand and that you appreciate the ability to drive, and then I'll reconsider. But I have a real problem considering even that you have a CDL, you have alcohol in the car allegedly while you're driving. No. Take a seat for me. Show me some time that he appreciates it and not this, oh, I feel better now. I'm like, no. Proactivity that he appreciates it. Come back and we can talk.
Yes, sir.
It's not a hard line, and I'm not, we're not out for blood forever. It's just, I want to know that he appreciates it. It's not going to be an issue ever again. And then,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Thank you, Judge.
for sure.
All right, Judge.
Oriana Guevara Aponte.
¿Es usted?
Sí,
Yes, sir.
señor.
Ma'am, you were charged with theft.
La que está con el hurto, robo,
You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine.
de $2,000.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
Hacer silencio.
Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present.
Abogado presente.
If you cannot afford one,
Pagar por su parte.
one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Officers were
Oficiales
dispatched to a
fueron
Walmart
despachados
in
a
Harris
Walmart
County,
en Harris,
Texas,
Texas.
in response to a theft.
Está un hurto, robo.
The loss prevention
El
officer
guardia
told
encubierto le dijo a
officers
los
that the
oficiales
defendant
que la
placed
acusada puso
numerous items
varios
into
artículos
Walmart shopping
en
bags
bolsas de
that were
Walmart
already in her
que
cart.
ya estaban en su carrito.
The defendant
El
continued to
acusado
place
continuó
additional items
poniendo
into the
artículos
bags,
adicionales a
including a
las bolsas,
blanket and
incluyendo
plug
sábana
and plug-in scents.
y unos aerosoles.
The defendant then
El
walked
acusado
past
después
all points of
pasó
sale
caminando,
without paying for
pasando
the
todos los puntos de
items.
venta sin pagar por los artículos.
No prior criminal
Ningún
history,
antecedente
Judge.
penal previo. ¿Cuál es el valor?
The DIMS don't say, I'm checking to
No
see if
dice, voy a
the
revisar.
offense report is up.
Great to see you. Please. Look,
And here's the turning point. Ankle monitor, drug tests, school requirements. This judge isn't just punishing. He's trying to redirect a whole future. Real talk. Do you think tough love like this actually works? Or does the system need a softer approach for teens? Drop your thoughts below.
With permission.
I don't know whether you do or
No sé
not.
si lo
Quite
tiene o
frankly,
no.
it doesn't matter. The only thing I will tell you is that if you are not, or if there's any problem with your paperwork and you go to jail and immigration finds you,
Que la encuentra
they
ahí.
will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with and then shipped off to immigration and sit there for another 6 to 9
Quedaría
months.
hasta unos 6
If you do not want that to happen, do not violate any of the conditions that we put forth on you now and do not pick up a new case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go to any Walmart for any reason whatsoever. Do you understand?
¿Entendió? Sí,
Sí,
señor.
señor.
Yes, sir.
If I find that you go to Walmart, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds.
No va a recibir otra fianza personal.
Now, you have an attorney. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Ms. Garcia. She will tell you when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you, likewise, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. We will have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. Heed this warning, man. You will not get another,
Esa advertencia no va a tener otra.
please. Thank
Hacia la
you.
izquierda. My competition.
Fight, fight,
All
fight.
right, Judge, the next vendor speaker is case 6, Jay Alvarado.
Um, Helen Tofila de Alvarado Mejia. You are Helen de Alvarado Mejia.
Yes.
Ma'am, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Officers were dispatched to a J.C. Penney in Harris County, Texas, in response to a theft. The loss prevention officer told officers that he observed the defendant take various items and walk past all points of sales without paying. The officer observed this on the store surveillance. The total cost of the stolen items was $178, and the items included a smartwatch and skin products. The co-defendant in the case was arrested for possession of a controlled substance out of the same transaction, and she's up in felony courts, and this defendant has no prior criminal history.
Did the other person have a theft case as well? Do you know? Or just a PCS? Because if they also charged the co-defendant with theft, we need to know what the cause number is, because it may
It
transfer.
was just a PCS, Judge.
That's it? Okay. Ms. De Alvarado, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen? What happens if you go to jail, man?
Well, I don't want to go to jail.
I know,
Just say.
that's not my question.
Eso no fue mi
What
pregunta.
happens if you go to jail? I want you to think and I want you to realize the consequence of behavior. So tell me, what happens if you go to jail?
¿Qué pasa si estoy en la cárcel?
No, pues. Mis hijas querían apoyo,
But my daughters would
mi familia.
be without support, my family.
You're not in this country with permission.
No están en el país.
So if you go to jail and immigration finds you, there will put a detainer on you. And you're going to be in there for about 6 to 9 months. That's what you have waiting for you if you go to jail. Anything more than 4 hours, immigration sweeps it on a daily basis. I'm going to put conditions on you now. If you violate these conditions, I'll put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes.
The relationship is the co-defendant to this person. Do you know?
It doesn't seem charged.
I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person. I'm also ordering you not to go back to JCPenney.
Regresar a JCPenney.
If you violate these conditions, likewise, you know what's going to happen. You will not get any more warnings from us.
So no contact with co-defendant
Yeah,
or store,
or going to the JCPenney.
any other.
Yeah, any JCPenney. Tell me, ma'am, what do you do for a living?
Trabajo en remodelación.
I work in remodeling.
Do you have a steady income?
¿Tiene ingresos estables?
No.
No.
Apply for an appointed lawyer.
¿Quiere aplicar por un nuevo edificio?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, we'll give you an application.
Hago una aplicación.
I need you to fill it out. I need to know everything about you. Do not just leave everything blank. I will send it right back to you. I need to know numbers. I need to know how much money you have coming in a month. I need to know how much money you spend. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box while you do that. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Otherwise, I'll issue one for your arrest as well. And then
De otra manera que-
we'll take a look at the application here shortly. Please, yeah. Anytime someone's not monitored, yeah, please.
Sorry, Judge, I would like to say that the BVR is kind of, it conflicts with itself. It says there's a tamper, then it says there's alcohol detected, but alcohol cannot be confirmed because of the way it was tampered with. So I don't know if we have further information to.
We never do. We never do. And the problem is that what happens is people try to put stuff. What is the one thing I asked you? I'm sorry, I ordered you not to do.
Not to drink alcohol, and I haven't. I'm 51 days sober today. And
I
I
have-
live in a sober living facility, so I get breathalyzed and drug tested at least 3 to 4 times a week. Anytime that I leave and I come back. I went to an inpatient program and I completed that. I have my certificate right here.
Show me that you have a breath test on 10/26 at 9 in the morning, because if you're, what you're telling me is true, you should have a breath test at around that time, and let's see.
Yeah, I would have to get with the coordinators of the staff at the place that I live in. I'm sure they have it all logged.
You're supposed to have that here today, though. Today's the day that's set for your bond violation hearing.
Well, Judge, we didn't go over all that because I was hoping to get more detailed info. It sounds like there's a tamper, but they're not confirming alcohol. They're not confirming alcohol.
Because of the tamper. What we have normally is someone does something to the device to the integrity of the device to bypass alcohol detection. They could put a sock in between, they could put a piece of paper in between, they could kind of move it so the skin is not touching the device. There could be a whole myriad of things of how the actual tamper takes place. All we know is that we have a tamper and we have a we have alcohol detected. We can't confirm because of the tamper. The nature of the tamper prevents confirmation of alcohol.
Judge, sometimes these devices, they're not perfect, Judge. They can't ever tell me what happened.
So if there's ever a problem with the device, it is your responsibility to go to the place and get it fixed.
Yes, sir, and I did. Whenever I went to Sentinel, I asked the guy who put it on me and was downloading my data, I asked him to tighten it because I felt as if it was too loose. And he did tighten it, and he said he wrote down on his notes that he tightened it for me. I've been sober for 51 days, and
How do I know that?
I have my certificate that I went to an inpatient program, and I'm living currently in a sober facility. And I'm doing that for myself because I do have an alcohol problem. And I'm 51 days sober as of today.
If you're telling me that you have all that information, that they test you frequently, then you should be able to have testing at that time. And if you can show me that you have a breath test at that time that shows that you're not have alcohol on board, then I'll throw the piece of paper away.
And we do this, Judge, would you allow us to get time to get those documents for you? We weren't prepared to present that to you today. I was looking to get more info on the actual report.
It's supposed to happen today. You guys are supposed to come in between the time we let you know about the violation, to do your diligence, to figure out what the violation is, how it occurred, and how to remedy that.
Judge, that diligence isn't on us, Judge. They're the ones alleging this. They need to
No.
provide.
They're not alleging anything. I am, because you have alleged violations here. It is your duty to show us why
We could bring these people that are alleging this tamper, we could bring them and have them testify regarding what they know and what they do not know. Instead of just assuming that they are correct, we could have a hearing.
No one's assuming anything. I'm telling you, if you have something that contradicts this, show it. That's what I'm telling you.
I also did my due diligence of making them tighten it. I told them to tighten it myself.
I understand
And he
that.
did say he wrote a note about that. Because I
I
was
still have,
like this would happen.
Mr. Barahona, I still have alcohol detected, regardless of whether it's tightened or not. The tightening is not the issue. The issue is that there's a tamper and that we have alcohol detected.
I have not consumed any alcohol.
So show me. I'm telling you how to do it. Reach out to them now, see what you can get. See what evidence is out there to show me, I'll put you guys to the side, reach out to them, see what they have. If you're telling me that they've tested you as frequently as they are, they should have something.
Yeah, talk to my client, see how quickly we could get that info.
No rush. No rush. Take your time, see what you can find. Okay, Ricardo,
Judge, we're approaching on Mr. Ramon Barahona.
do you need until Monday?
No, because here's what's going on. So I was kind of unsure about what he was talking about. And after talking to him, we're not going to have a breath result for him because they haven't been testing him, is what it sounds like. And so we got two options, Judge. The way I see it is two options. One, you could revoke them. You could say, well, let me talk about what the specific is on the revocation. Alcohol was detected during tamper. However, alcohol cannot be confirmed as consumption because of nature of tamper. So I would argue, I'm not conceding that something happened. I'm conceding there might be a tamper. I'm not.
Come up, Mr.
conceding
Barahona.
consumption. If you're going to revoke him, I would ask for a full-blown hearing. If this is one of those situations where he's just admonished and, hey, this is your one shot, then he understands that. I don't know how you want to proceed with this, Judge. I'm not conceding that he drank alcohol. He's been in this location, in this Center Core location since September 17th. He did inpatient. October 18th, he graduated. Then he moved over to Center Core's sober living facility on October 18th. He's been in there since then. We have proof of that. He's been attending 6 meetings per week, 1 counseling session per week, 1 group counseling session per week, 3 AA meetings. He's there. He's doing something. I would ask that we just admonish him.
Machines don't test positive or shites and giggles, man. They don't. There has to be something there to make it test positive.
Well, Judge, on that aspect.
It doesn't spontaneously test positive for alcohol.
No?
For you to say that it does, it's just disingenuous and not true. There has to be something to set the machine off. It doesn't spontaneously test positive.
I have not consumed alcohol for 51 days as of today.
The machine is telling me differently, Mr. Barahona. You know how many people tell me the same thing with the exact same facts that you have? You know how many times I hear it a day?
I would assume a lot.
If I had one strand of hair every time I heard it,
And here's the turning point. Ankle monitor, drug tests, school requirements. This judge isn't just punishing, he's trying to redirect a whole future. Real talk, do you think tough love like this actually works? Or does the system need a softer approach for teens? Drop your thoughts below.
I mean, this is 2 weeks ago, you know? I'm just now, unfortunately, they just give us the results now, but
And regarding the actual, I've gotten reports before that says what this device is reading. There are reports out there that they can provide.
if they don't tamper, then yes, you will get a true and accurate reading. And that's what the problem is that there is something that was tampered with, and Mr. Barahona knows. He's the only one that knows what happened on that date. We don't, because we weren't there. We don't know what happened. So I'm sorry, Mr. Barahona, but I told you one thing. I told you one thing only, you know?
I would like to state the fact one more time that I did tell the people at Sentinel to tighten it because I didn't want something like this to happen. I don't
This
think
is
it's,
not a matter of tightening. It's a matter of alcohol detection. If a device is loose, it's not going to test positive for alcohol. You understand that?
I
Just,
understand what you're,
there has to be an intervening event that has alcohol in it for it to test positive. And there's something seriously afoot because the device is telling us that someone is messing with the machine. If we not had the messing with the machine, then we would know whether there was true alcohol consumption or not. But here we have a positive and that you're messing with the machine. Okay, goes with you.